about this RevAir that's going down tonight at 7 o'clock with Crystal and I over on myrevair. And we're going to be talking about all the time-saving benefits of the RevAir device. We're going to go over it in the detail. We're going to answer you guys questions. So we're just going to have us a really good time this evening. So all you got to do is just click on over to myrevair and get your questions answered about what makes it so great about saving time. So I thought I just might go live and, show you guys the ease of it and how wonderful it is and how we encourage our guests to get them a device and definitely use it at home. We use it here at the salon because it really is a game changer in the beauty industry. Because you all know people hate spending. That wasn't no money. Y'all know we think some money is fair. We just gonna pause everything. Oh, okay. If it was money, I was about to drop this thing and jump down and get my eagle on. What's going on, Wright? How you doing out there in the ATL? I'm just, going live showing you guys the wonderful ease of the RevAir as far as it relates to time. So you guys are gonna check us out on myrevair tonight at 7 o'clock. And today I just want you guys to see, just how healthy and safe this device is for hair. Because that's the big thing that people are always interested in, is how do we have healthy hair. So the good thing about the device is that it's got some products that you can use to help prep the hair and, get it ready to be nice and smooth. Now, depending on your texture of hair, this device will not straighten hair. That's a question that comes up a lot is, if I use this, will it, straighten out the hair? So it depends on your texture, but this is my lovely guest here. She has Afro wavy hair. So it's not going to come out straight like my hair. You will still see some of the texture in it. Also, like you said here, it's much more comfortable. It's not burning, on the scalp. And these are some of the things that people complain about the blow dryer, which I don't really use that too much anymore because the RevAir does just about everything that the blow dryer does, but with less, work, if you will, okay? So we like that. And again, the time, the ease on it. Look at that, you just can't beat it. Now, some people are still kind of skeptical about the device because they just don't really think that it's going to get, afro hair straight. It won't get it smooth. But it will, it really does. It actually works because the air is actually pulling the cuticle flat. And that's how we straighten hair. So even if we were using a blow dryer, we would have to force the cuticle down, but the RevAir is going to take care of that for you because it's taking out all the guesswork. Healthy hair is about a healthy scalp. And when the scalp isn't healthy, then the hair won't be healthy. As a matter of fact, I was just sharing with my guests that when the scalp is dry, okay, so let's say you have a dry scalp. So when that scalp is dry, it will actually take the moisture away from the hair. So you just got to be really careful about putting stuff on your scalp. So some people are really big into like that Jamaican castor oil, the black castor oil, shea butter, coconut oil. People are putting this stuff on the scalp. And so I'm here to tell you guys, don't do that, okay? So the number one reason is your scalp makes its own oil. I don't care anything about, oh, but it's organic, oh, it's natural, oh, it's from the earth, all this stuff that they're always trying to sell you. And that's good. Of course, we definitely want to use things that are natural and definitely, stuff that's from the earth. But remember, guys, we're talking about the oil that your body produces. So you see this shine on my face? This is the oil that my face is producing, that sebum oil. That's the best oil for your hair. And so when you have afro hair, the challenge is you gotta get the oils to travel from the regrowth down to the end, all right? And so when you start coating your scalp with shea butter, coconut, Jamaican castor oil, hair grease that's not formulated for the scalp, you're gonna send a message to the brain that, you know, signals the oil production to not make any. And now your scalp is pulling the moisture from the hair because it's not naturally making it. So I understand that you guys really love the coconut oil, the whole shea butter from Africa, you know, that's romanticizing it. You know what I'm saying? That's the science. It won't support the romance. So you don't really want to romance your hair with those African natural organic stories because you still won't be satisfied with your hair in the end. And the best way to do that is to not use those products on the scalp. You most certainly don't want to use them on your hair. And when people are using those products on their hair, typically they're not very satisfied. They're still complaining, you know, that the hair is dry, the afro hair is brittle, you know, you're starting to see your color fade. Let's not forget the smell. So now your hair is starting to smell, you know, really funny. So all of this is coming out of using those heavy oils. Again, we're talking about your Jamaican castor oils, your shea butters, your cocoa butters, your coconut oils. Those products are not really good for the scalp or the hair. Because once you put it on the hair, it's gonna settle to the scalp. And once it settles to the scalp, you get that icky, like that white pasty stuff coming off of the scalp. And you gotta keep in mind, guys, the scalp is self-cleansing. So just like your eyes and your nose and your ears, your vagina, your navel, you know, it pushes out toxins. So your scalp is doing the same thing. So you're putting this black castor oil, this coconut oil, cocoa butter, you know, you're concocting these almond oil, these really heavy oils, you know, and then you're putting them on the hair and it settles to the scalp. And then some people are actually putting them on the scalp. Your sebum oil is the best oil for your hair. Now you can use oils on the hair, but you have to use ones that are formulated. So that's a good question. So I'm going to be doing a big whole series on oils. Right now I am promoting the Morocco Method Euro Oil. So this oil is a restorative oil. So all oils are not created equal. So we're going to talk about that in the coming, you know, weeks. So I will start with the Morocco Method Euro Oil. They're here on Instagram, so you can check them out. That's the Morocco Method Euro Oil, and it's a restorative oil, okay? So don't use those heavy oils on the hair or the scalp, okay? So in addition to clogging the follicle, you know what else is gonna happen? You're gonna end up coating the hair. So once the hair gets so coated, then you know what? The hair is gonna start to feel like brittle, like you got something on it, like it's got a grainy, you know, icky feel that you think is afro or natural, when really it's the oil, because the food grade oils, those coconut or shea butters, believe it or not, guys, those are actually biodegradable, so they break down on their own. So once they start to break down, you know what they turn into? Dust. If you don't believe me, just take some regular coconut oil, shea butter, castor oil, and just squeeze a little bit like on your dresser, and just let it sit. Don't touch it, just let it sit. And when you go back in about a week, it's gonna be straight up dust. And that's what you're seeing on the hair. And they're selling us this stuff because remember guys, Afro hair is supposed to be what? Bad, you know, difficult to manage, you know, nappy. That's why these words are not really good. I know we're trying our best to make them user friendly, but the aggressiveness, the abusiveness, the underserving of the texture is still playing a big role in the natural hair community, because textured hair has really been removed from the science of hair by the very professionals who call themselves what? Natural hair stylists. So you gotta understand that even in nature, there's still some science. And again, when we're using the RevAir device, you know, people ask that question all the time. You know, what thermal protection can I use? How come we can't use oil? Because you don't need that yet. And so all oils, they serve, you know, different functions and they have different purposes, and they're not all going to do the same thing. So some oils will coat, some oils will nourish, some oils will restore. You see, some oils promote growth. So it's so many reasons and benefits of various oils. So you have to, you know, partner with those companies that's speaking the language. So if you're, and how do you know, like, well, what language is my company speaking to solve my problem? Think of the words that you're using for your hair. So if you're saying like my hair is brittle, go a little bit more, talk a little bit more. It's brittle and it just looks ugly. It's brittle and it's difficult. I can't comb it. It's brittle and it won't hold a style. It's brittle and my color is fading. So all of that is telling you you need what? Restorative properties. You see what I'm saying? Or if you're saying, oh, my hair, it's so dull. It's not, I'm combing through it, but it looks so ugh. Now you know you need something like a styling oil for shine. So you could just get an oil that's gonna bring sheen to your hair. And then you have, oh, I'm thinning, my scalp is tight. It's itchy. I've scrubbed it really good like Ladosha taught me, but it's still itchy. I went to the doctor and I don't have dandruff, but it still feels itchy. So now you know you need something that's going to, what, alleviate, maybe it's dry, maybe it's too heavy, you're using too much, you see? So you gotta just keep talking to yourself more about what's happening with your scalp and your hair to determine, you know, what's the best oil for your hair. Oh, you said you got your right comb in all right now. That's right, I'm glad you got the right comb, so the comb is really, really important. So as you guys can see, that RevAir was pretty quick. And I just, you know, wanted to come on and show you guys, you know, why I partner with RevAir and of course how quick it is, and to take the opportunity to talk about the importance of scalp care. So this is still a little, wait, I'm gonna go back over this a little bit. So I'm busy running off at the gyms and gotta get this a little bit more drier. Okay, so you said that your hair feels brittle sometimes. So the brittleness, more than likely, you have product buildup on the hair. So I'm gonna recommend that you clarify your hair using a clarifying shampoo. All right, so make sure you go to my YouTube channel, and it's gonna show you how to shampoo your hair without tangling it. Remember, that's the goal. We wanna cleanse the scalp and the hair without tangling it. So just check out my YouTube channel, and then use your favorite conditioner And then until you get the Morocco Methods Euro oil, maybe you can start off with something really light, like a grapeseed oil. It's totally awesome. Abyssinian oil. The Abyssinian oil helps attract moisture, to the hair depending on which style, you're going to be wearing your hair in. So like I said, oils have so many wonderful functions and so many wonderful purposes. So I want you guys to know I'm going to be talking about that a lot. And the other thing too, when using the RevAir and people complain about the hair being knotty or if the device is not really getting the hair straight or smooth as it could be, usually it's going to be because you've got so much buildup on the hair. So now I'm going to go ahead on and use the Euro oil on her hair before I flat iron it, okay? Just a little bit, not too much, all right? So just a little bit, all right? And I'm gonna rub it all over like I'm putting on lotion, starting from her ends. Remember, her scalp is making its own oil. So I don't wanna put that on her scalp first. Let her body start to work the oil back up. You know how you wash your face in the morning and it's real tight, and then maybe like 5 minutes later the oil production comes and it loosens up? So it's the same thing. So this is formulated for the scalp, but I gotta use it properly. Remember, hair care and hairstyling are about 3 things: the right products, the right tools, and the right technique. So the technique was to put it on her ends. Now I gotta comb it through using the right comb. This is too much hair to be trying to do this. I mean, what is that? Now the oil is just sitting on top. No, I wanna rub it all over like I'm putting on lotion to her ends, because this is where the oils can't travel to. Her sebum oil can't travel down here. So I'm gonna do just a little. And when I put heat to it, it's going to spread. So people rarely take into consideration that heat spreads, okay? A good protein for your hair, hands down, we were just talking about that, wasn't it? Hands down, on the Bible, cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. I swear, hands down, Philip Pelusi P2 protein. That's the best protein on the planet. Now remember, this is a Ladosha opinion. So opinions are like cell phones, everybody has one. So in my opinion, I'm going with Philip Pelusi. I've been using Philip Pelusi for about 15 years, okay? So, whoops, sorry guys, I gotta put my stuff back on. So in 15 years of using the Philip Pelusi protein, honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I've never, ever, ever, ever had an unsatisfied customer with the protein. Has everybody liked it? No. Maybe 1% of customers, I don't care who's, I don't like it, okay? But 99% of every customer who comes to the RevAir design team has had a very successful result with the Philip Pelusi protein. And his protein is the best, in my opinion, because it works on both protein layers. Most proteins are just gonna rock with the keratin. Everybody's all, the keratin. I want the keratin treatment. Give me the keratin, I need some keratin. Get out of here. Keratin is what the hair is mostly comprised of, but you still have that second protein layer, which is where the integrity is. So his protein goes to the second layer, and he's got protein for the outer layer. So hands down, I'm rocking with Philip Pelusi, okay? So if you guys have any more questions, come on and join us at 7 o'clock on myrevair. Crystal and I is going down. We're gonna break down some tips for you guys about the time-saving benefits of the RevAir device. And I just wanted you guys to see how great the device is, also why I partner with them, how great it is on the scalp, as you can see. And you can see that Euro oil. Let me do another section in case y'all want to see how this is looking. And we're still going to get that Euro oil on the scalp, but remember, right now, I need to be patient and wait and let her scalp begin to secrete its own natural oils before I start slathering it up with all the stuff that we use here in the industry. So some people need stuff on the scalp, some people don't. So, you know, you have hairstylists, and then you have people who care for hair, you know, two different people. So some people who style hair, I don't care nothing about the health of it. Then you got people who style it, but they still care about the health of the hair, okay? So, I'll sad to say, don't beat up your hairstylist, okay? Because some hairstylists, they're just not into hair care. They don't mean any harm. That's just not what they do, okay? So don't go get upset. So you see how nice, and I did use, okay, here you go. I did use the Morrocco Methods Pearl of Essence Cream Rinse. And she's gonna come back and let me do another video and talk about that. But as you can see, her hair is really loving the Morocco method. Now, I know some of you guys are like, why are you promoting other folks' stuff and, you know, you got your own product line. Remember, hair care and hairstyling are about three things. The right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. Today she came in and she said, I want to try something different today. I want to just use the right hair care products, Miss Kilo Low, okay? So today she wanted something different by way of oils and conditioners. And I asked her, would she like to try something new? And she said, sure. And she tried it and she absolutely loved it. So everything ain't for everybody at the right time. So yeah, my products are good, but today she said I want to try something different, and that's what we do as professionals. Can you try? Yeah. So that's where we are, okay? So thank you guys so much for spending a few minutes with me as I share with you the RevAir device, and hopefully I've given you a reason why you should join us today or this evening at 6 o'clock over on myrevair.com. And you know what I say when I'm always signing out, right? I'm always talking about a whole lot of love, a whole lot of peace, and look at this, a whole lot of beautiful hair. But don't worry if you ain't got no hair, don't want no hair, can't stand hair. As a matter of fact, you plan on cutting it off this year, don't worry about it. Just rock your beautiful, beautiful bald head, because bald heads are beautiful too. Bye.
What's going on?
This right here.
Okay, go to these windows down the hall right quick. And,
Okay.
I got chocolate bars. If anybody want any chocolate bars?
Okay, I'll see if somebody wants some.
I got Kit Kats, Hershey's with almonds, and Reese's Cups.
Okay. Okay. All right. She ain't not here. I don't want it, but I'll see if somebody else wants some.
Okay.
All right.
I'll do that one. I'll go to the window.
Okay.